You're going to meet with me a couple of days out from your auction. That's our reserve set meeting. That'll only take half an hour. It's really just to go through the whole process. We talk about all the feedback that the agent's going to give you during the process. We talk about our start figures, our pass-in figures. We talk about what happens if nobody bids, and we talk about what happens if we get bidding and we don't actually sell on the day. So what we're going to do during that whole meeting and that whole process is your agent is going to give you the feedback from the 3 to 4 weeks of marketing. They're going to give you the good, the bad and the ugly. The really important thing here is not to take it personally. Put it to one side because it creates the foundation that we work from. I'm going to be asking your sales consultants a series of questions. I'm going to be asking them how long we've been on the market, how many open days have taken place, how many inspections have there been. From there, we'll talk about that process, we'll talk about all of those bits and pieces. I'll then ask, is there anything in the LIM report that's untoward that we need to be concerned about? Have there been any building reports? Have there been any engineers' reports? Have we had any valuations? You as the sellers, have you had any valuations? I'll then ask, have we got anybody coming to bid? Because that's important, because we need bidders at the auction. From that, we'll then ask, what is the feedback? What is the market saying about the property? And at all times, you're in control. You make the decisions. And it's a very, very simple process. If it's enough money, take it. If it's not, don't. But the reasons for not taking it have to be greater than the reasons for going to the market. It's at that point we'll go about setting our reserve. I'm a great believer that we all have 3 figures that we have in mind when we go to sell something. The first being my happy price. And that's where you go, great, my sales consultant and the team at Harcourts have done a fabulous job, really happy to accept that. The second figure I talk about is my okay figure. And that's where we go, yep, based on the feedback, I'm actually okay with that. I don't see a win, but I don't see a loss. And then the third figure is what I call my grumpy figure. And that's where it hurts a little bit, you're a little bit grumpy, unhappy to accept it. But given what's happening in the market, given the feedback, you will unhappily sell at that level. From my experience as an auctioneer, I would have to say that do not discuss what you want for your property. Do not discuss price with anybody. One of the things that will impact on the outcome is if price leaks into the market. We want to focus on the product, and therefore the price becomes second. If you don't talk price and we go into this process of auction, who knows what that end result will be. So, for the purpose of our reserve meeting, I want you to think about those 3 figures. I want you to think about all the feedback that you've had from your sales consultant during the process. But for the purpose of the reserve, I just want to know what's going to make you happy. Because you see, if we can get that, then you'll go away from the process very, very happy. Ladies and gentlemen, a very, very warm welcome to this afternoon's auction of number 2 Cork Lane in Rangiora. My name is Chris Kennedy, and indeed, it is my very real pleasure to be your auctioneer this afternoon. Part of the meeting is also to work out our game plan, and that's what I mean by game plan is where do we start our bidding? How many vendor bids do we take? At what level do we threaten to pass the property in? And do we need to advance and park the property? Third and final call at $490,000 had its time. All done silent, no further bidding. Well, folks, I'm going to pass number 2 Cork Lane back into our owners. Where do we start is generally at a lower level. That's to encourage all buyers in, because buyers will see a range, quite a broad range of value. From that, we get them on a bidding sequence. The next thing, we're at levels that are acceptable to you as the seller. 515's the call at 515. At 515, ladies and gentlemen, 520. 525's the money at 525. 526 at 526. My role as the auctioneer is to facilitate the process. My role is to bring the parties together and obviously achieve the very, very best for you as the seller. My role is also to get emotion to defy logic. I want people to fall in love with the process, forget where they're at, and obviously pay above the odds. Going, it is gone and sold. Congratulations, madam. Now, I always make a commitment when I work with my people that I won't sell your home without talking to you first. We have to be totally transparent, and our code of ethics states that. What gives me the biggest thrill as an auctioneer is seeing the elation on people's faces in an emotionally charged environment where both sellers and buyers are equally thrilled and equally as happy. And it's a very simple process. and just a wonderful, wonderful situation to be involved in, and I just think it's second to none, and I get such a thrill out of it.